Welcome to my channel, guys. So in the last video we saw how to import OpenCV module, and we built our first OpenCV application which looks exactly like this. And in this video we are going to see how to add a button by which we can open our camera. Then we'll see how to request camera permission, and at last we'll see how to use OpenCV camera in our application. So let's get started. So first things first, we are going to create a button. For that we need to go to activity main XML file. If we go to app resource folder, then inside layout folder we can find the XML files. Click on activity XML. Then we can see code split and design button at the right corner. If we go to design, we can see our app design, which is showing a text box at the center. Then if we click on split, we can see design and our XML file together. If we remove text view from here, our text box gets disappeared. Now here, if we right button and press enter, we'll get layout width and height automatically. So in the layout width, we'll write wrap content and we'll keep size 50 dp. But we can see our button appears at the top corner and we want it in the bottom of the screen. So for that we need to keep Android gravity and keeps it in the center. But still we cannot see any difference, so we need to change the layout to linear layout. Then we can see our bottom in the center. We can customize our button position by changing gravity. Now go to the button and give it an ID. Let's call it open camera. Then add the text. Camera and close the button tag. Then if we run our app, we'll see that our app has a button now. Now we need to create a function to that button so that it does something while we click on it. For that we need to go to main activity. Let's comment out the code we wrote previously. Now create a variable for the button. We can call it open camera, because we named our button ID as open camera and it will be easy to identify. Then go to the on create method. Now we need to link our button variable with our button ID. Then we need to set an on-click listener method so that if we click the button, it will do something. So if we click the button, it will open a new activity where we can view our OpenCV camera. For that we need to create a new activity. So go to the file, then click on new activity, then click on empty activity. Let's change our activity name to OpenCV camera. Then we can see our activity has been created, and we can see its XML file as well. Then again go to the main activity, write our new activity name, and add dot class. So dot class will basically represent our new activity as a class in runtime. And we need to add intent flags here. So let's run the app now. Now if we click the button, it is redirecting us to the new activity. If we go to the OpenCV camera XML file, we can see a blank page here. First we need to change the layout to frame layout. Then we can add OpenCV camera here. So if we get OpenCV Java camera view, it is showing layout height and width should be defined. So define the layout height and width and give it an ID. Let's call it camera surface. And we can remove the context Now if we run the app, we can see a black screen appears if we click the button. Now go to OpenCV camera file where we will use our OpenCV camera. First we need to remove app.compat from app.compat activity because we will use inside this particular activity page. After removing, we need to import activity class, and at first we will declare some required variables and we'll also import the classes. Declare math variables first. Then declare camera bridge view as camera bridge view base. You can use any name for declaring variables. For efficiency we are declaring as it is. Then base loader callback is equal to new base loader callback. Inside base loader callback implement onManager connected method. We need to add app context here. Just type this and app context will appear automatically. Then in onManager method we will use switch statement. Here we need to import an OpenCV class named as loader callback interface. If loader callback interface is succeed, then we will get OpenCV loaded in Locket. To fix tag error, we will declare private static string. So in default case, just cut this line and paste it in here and break the statement. We need to set the permission in Android manifest file. So here is how we have to set permissions. For duplicating the lines, I am using Ctrl+D. we need to request this permission from user while opening this activity, or we can say after clicking the button. We will request permission by request code, which is a boolean value. And we need to implement a method for that. Here, if we type on request, we can see on request permission result. We need to remove this line of code and pass a switch statement for request code. So if user given permission, camera bridge view base will set a permission granted. Else you can use those to read the permission. I am leaving it blank as I have tried it before making this video. Now if we run the app, we are still getting the blank screen. It's because we did not link our Java camera view ID with camera bridge view. To fix this, we need to set camera bridge view by finding the ID. Which is camera surface. Set the visibility as visible and run the app. Now it is asking permission if we click the button. The last step is to use OpenCV camera if the permission is given. For that, we need to implement CV camera view listen to and set the camera view listener to camera bridge view base. Okay, I forgot the line of code here. If our callback loader gets success, then we need to enable the view. As you can see, CV camera view listener requires some methods for implementing. Let's write the methods first. Now we can see there is no error. We need to write some rules for every method. You can read the documentation for each method implementation. Now let's try to run our app again. But still we are getting the black screen. Okay, we forgot to return mRGB here. Now our app is running as we expected. The camera view is working now, but the camera size is not desirable. Let's fix it temporarily. Go to the manifest file, and in the OpenCV camera activity tag, add screen orientation as landscape. Let's run the app again. And we can see our camera has changed to landscape mode. In the next video we'll see how to fix this camera view, and if you get any error, let me know in the comment box. Thanks for watching.